Tired of dealing with annoying flies, fruit flies, and gnats in your home? The Zevo Flying Insect Trap is your ultimate solution. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description now to get your Zevo Flying Insect Trap on Amazon and enjoy a bug-free home today.
Experts, pundits, punters, and even cartoonists have seized on last week's massive CrowdStrike tech outage to argue it shows the dangers of getting rid of physical money equals, but some experts still say a functionally cashless society is inevitable. Banks, businesses, airlines, broadcasters, and government agencies were thrown into chaos when a faulty software security patch issued by US-based company CrowdStrike crashed Microsoft operating systems in Australia and worldwide. Denied the option of digital payments, supermarkets along with retail and hospitality businesses were forced to accept cash only, while the blue screens of death even forced some outlets to close on July 19. Swinburne University Electronic Payments Systems Professor Steve Worthington told 7 News the outage highlighted the need for cash to remain a backup option despite its use dwindling. Cash can't crash, he said. I don't think it's still king, but it's in the royal family of payments, if you like. The global outage reminds us of the fragile nature of the modern IT world and its interconnectivity. Someone's pulled one brick out of the wall and the walls just collapsed. The cashless society is a bit of mirage, really. It always appears to be on the horizon, but you walk towards it and it's disappeared again. Sky News commentator Caleb Bond argued in an opinion piece that if you needed an argument against a cashless society, you saw it last week. There would be no faster way, these days, to cripple a society than cutting off its internet and banking systems, he wrote. Bond said a malign hack or another outage could bring a country, or even the entire world, to complete submission. Those who have total control of the flow of money through electronic means you have total control of the world, he stated. Our governments and banks know this, he wrote. That's why they like the idea of a cashless society. But foreign powers and criminals also like the idea because it makes it much easier to wage war. He argued that in these circumstances, to usher in a cashless society would be to sign our own death warrant. The theme of cash being a means of control was also picked up by the weekly Please Explain cartoon put out by One Nation as satirical commentary and advocacy. In Friday's episode of the cartoon, Anthony Albanese wanted to buy a snag from a Bunnings sausage sizzle, but was told he can only do so with a card and that incurs an extra fee. Momentarily determined to stop this outrage, Mr. Albanese, like Jack climbing the beanstalk in the fairy tale, entered the huge castle-like lair of the 4 big banks, which are depicted as literal giants wearing banking attire. The oversized figure representing the Commonwealth Bank picked up the Prime Minister to give him a seat right here in the palm of my hand. Mr. Albanese remained determined to stop the drift towards a cashless society until the giants told him it is really about power. Going cashless gives up total control, said the figure representing the ANZ. No economic privacy, we can see and stop any transaction, the NAB Goliath said. He who controls the money controls the world, and that he could be you, the Commonwealth behemoth said to an increasingly convinced Mr. Albanese. Mr. Albanese returned to Bunnings, and says he is happy to pay for a sausage with his card, even if meant a surcharge, but then the CrowdStrike outage hits. Why didn't we keep cash as a redundancy measure? Asked one of the panicking people in the queue. Following the CrowdStrike outage, many on social media also used it to point to the need to keep cash. On the Cash is King Facebook page, one user posted an image of supermarket automatic registers closed and displaying the blue screen of death. So when it suits them, cash is okay, the user commented with shrug and laugh emojis. Well, I'll be damned, once again, it is proven, cash is king, another user replied. Just got home from work. My wife is already asking for cash, it's been a long time since I remember her having to ask me, another stated. What a joke, and they want to get rid of cash, was a further reply. All who had cash today are laughing as the banking system went down, read another post. Won't the banks and government hate this? They're banging their heads against a wall, 'cause it shows we are right, another said. Reserve Bah.